Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready? These bands don't need no introduction. They are too good and they are too special. In fact, if you don't know, I do music myself and someday I'm going to record with this band. That is my dream, to have a real record with this band. But Joy of the Djembe Drums, made of special people, members of Kumi Foundation. They are in town. The leader, Jabal, give lessons. If you want lessons given on the drums, this man is a professional and he teach you. If you have any event and you want to invite them, they are here to do so for you. But above all, they are members of Kumi Foundation, so it is my gratitude to introduce to you Joy of the Djembe Drums. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Do your thing. Please, if you feel the music and you want to dance, don't let me ask you. Come on the floor and let's enjoy it, okay?
Well, thank you. All right. Okay. I generally go into a long litany of talking about drumming and its origin, but I'm not going to do that this evening because we are anxious to play and my musicians are anxious to play. But I'm going to just tell you one or two real short things. First of all, is that West African drumming is not an isolated piece of music. It is something that is organic, meaning that the drums is only one section of it. Generally, there's the drums, there are people clapping, there are people dancing, and there are people singing. So it takes in all of that. So what's happening is that it is a culmination of energy and spirit and livelihood and community. Hence our name, Joy of Djembe Drumming. So when we're playing, don't feel that you're in a concert or we're at Jones Hall or the Wortham Theater and you gotta sit there and twiddle your thumbs and be very polite until the number is over to applaud. If the music hits you, you go up and you let that energy take your spirit, your soul, your heart, and you just emote with it. Okay, piece number one. Number two, and this is going to be the last one, because I can go on, I'm going to tell you is that West African music is not by any chance to be confused with going to your radio dial or going to Spotify or going to Pandora and say, well, I'm going to plug in the top 40 and listen to some rhythms. You can do that if you want to listen to Afro beats and some of those, but what we play is traditional West African music. A lot of this music is thousands. Did you hear me? I didn't say hundreds. I didn't say decades. I said thousands of years old. So therefore, the music itself all has a real important meaning. A lot of it is done for harvesting. A lot of it is done for marriages. A lot of it was done for preparations for war. A lot of it was done as ceremonial. A lot of it was done as far as warding off evil spirits and protecting the village. So I could go on and on. And a lot of it's done for good fishing. So when we play these rhythms, I will tell you just a small smidgen what each one's about. The first one we're going to do is called Macru, and Macru is from the Susu tribe or ethnic group in West Africa from Northeast Guinea. And this one is a dance of seduction. So normally what you'd have is 2 rows of young girls in one row, young guys in another row, generally the ages from 15 to 25. They'd face off with one another. Of course, they have chaperones, the parents on both sides, and the grandparents, which are the elders, are all there also. But they have this very, very seductive and hot dance going on. So we're going to play Macru for you, first number. Thank you, thank you. So that was Macru. The next one we're going to do is Jole. And Jole is a mass dance. A lot of rhythms. As I was saying before, have different meanings and purposes. This one, you have a mask of a female, real huge mask, about 5 feet in height. And it's walked and paraded in the village. But normally you have guys and gals, females, dancing together. But for this one, they just use guys dancing with the female mask. So, Jole. both of those rhythms came to us by way of Guinea. The next one is a Malian rhythm. So this is from Mali, and it's called Sunguru Bani. One of the things you're going to note as we were playing, those two drums in the back are called dunes. And when they're horizontal like that, they're called traditional dunes. And when we set them up together, looking like a set of trap drums, they're called ballet dunes. And they have a different feel and rhythm to it. So here we go.
I was dancing because I remember when I was a little boy, my grandfather was a chief of the family, the tribe. And this is the kind of drumming they do for him when the chief comes and he does. And if he does this, and if he does this, he's saying the family is his to take care of. That's the meaning of it. This is typical African chieftaincy dancing. And thank you for that drumming.
Okay, before we go on to the next rhythm, another little moment of education. All these rhythms we're playing, you say, wow, that sounds so good, that's great, oh man. But it is very, very difficult to really put it all together. All of those parts are precisely formulated and integrated. For example, Steve playing back there on the doom, and the bell is playing a rhythm totally different than everybody else in the group. Patty and Rosa are playing a rhythm totally different from everybody else in the group. Gary and Gerald are playing a rhythm totally different from everybody else in the group. Ben and Robert and JODD is playing another rhythm, totally independent and different from everybody else. So, it takes a good ear, concentration, feeling to be able to integrate all of those different rhythms, hear them, put them together, and combine it to make one coherent piece of music that has soul, that has power, and has punch. And then, what I'm doing on my drum is articulating or storytelling the fabric. They have built the mosaic for me to be able to express the tale or to tell the story. So it is a collaborative effort. There's nobody that can do this all by themselves. So when you applaud, you're applauding everyone in their time and effort that it took them to master their segment of playing their drum, their piece. Okay, thank you. Next, we're going to do a rhythm called Sorsornet. Sorsornet is a very interesting rhythm because this one is one for protecting the villages from wild animals and beasts. You know, when you live out really in the bush in Africa, you're exposed to leopards and jaguars and snakes and lions and all kinds of critters. It ain't like, you know, you go home and set your little ring alarm and all of this and bolt your door and feel all secure. So at times, especially when the food is not that plentiful in the savannah, a lot of the animals will come into the village and steal babies and run off with them. So it's a real threat, that something we would never think of. However, this particular rhythm is a rhythm that is done to try to keep those forces at bay and protect the villages, and it's called Sorsornet.
Come on, put your hands together. Come on. The show must go on. That is beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Are you getting tired, my brother?
Oh, this is normal. Takes a lot of energy.
I know.
The next one is called Kakilambe. Kakilambe is another rhythm that's done with mask, but this one is a little bit different. What it is that when the mask is brought and paraded in the village, everybody really gets into partying and having a good time. However, the high priest and priestess in the village will talk to Kakilambe, the mask, and it will supposed to give you predictions, present and future. So they ask questions about how's the harvest going to be, the fishing, weather, are we going to have a drought? So that's what this rhythm is about. Kakilambe. Thank you. And the next rhythm we're going to do is called Kassa. Kassa is a rhythm for harvest. And this is one for the farmers working in the field. Generally, this is hard work in the field, and these farms are far away from the village themselves, so that the men go away for Monday through Friday, working in fields, and go back to the village on Saturday and Sunday. Some of the ladies go and sing and dance while they're toiling and working in the field, and makes the time goes by a lot easier, okay? And on top of that, the young juvenile aspiring drummers are made to go, and that's where they learn their drumming rhythms and start playing so that they have a cadence to keep the farmers at a good pace and working in the field. So this is one for Good Harvest, and it's called Kassa. Okay, next rhythm, we're going to change up a little bit. What we've been doing, for the past, wow, time goes by so quick. Well, half hour has been traditional West African, raw, primitive rhythms. Now we're going to show you how some of those influential rhythms have migrated to different areas in the world. The next one is going to be a Bomba, and this one is very, very prominent in Puerto Rico. Okay, Bomba. really putting down some real strong, high energy rhythms. We're gonna play one that we created. It's an original. It's called Sikyi Groove. We're gonna show you how you can actually combine some old traditional rhythms on the drums, on the djembes, and then bring them into the world of modern electronics. So this one is Sikyi Groove, one of our favorites.
call music. This is music. Give a big hand. Drop the Djembe drum. Give him a big hand.
Okay, well, we're getting close to the end of our set. We just got a couple more numbers left. The next one we're going to do is a samba, and we call it a Jazzy Samba. A little bit different than the samba that you hear in Carnival when you're in Brazil, because we added some electronics to it, but it's still got the same basic drive and beat to it. So, Jazzy Samba.
Very best. Very best.
As soon as JODD
As soon as he's ready.
as soon as he's ready to understand.
Let him take his time. He's gonna do it for us.
Here we go.
This is the reasons why I love this band so much. Yes, Joy of the Djembe, you are the best, the very best. You know something? I can't wait to get back on radio. That way I can have you. It's gonna happen. You believe it? Okay. If you believe it, you will see it.
Well, thank you, thank you. So, as you can see, I always got to give plugs to the members of my ensemble for putting up with me because I drive them really hard because, you know, it's different when you're just learning one type of rhythm. But when you're learning music from everybody else's ethnic culture and having to learn the feel and playing it in its authentic form and fashion so that if we have people here from Peru, El Salvador, or from Haiti, or coming in from Puerto Rico or Cuba, you know, they say, hey, I know that. Yeah, I can deal. I understand that. So it takes really concentration and listening. So the next one we're going to do is a modern jazz piece, but it's not so modern anymore, but it's been played several times. It's very popular back in the early 60s by Majo Santa Maria, John Coltrane. It's called Afro Blue. So we're going to give you something nice and mellow, but this is a real nice, phenomenal rhythm. Okay, here we go.
and gentlemen, give them a big hand. Give them a big hand. This is my group, Joy of the Djembe. So I want to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this event? How did you like it? All right, it's a peaceful one. It's not too many people because the Astros are still locked up 0-0. And it's pathetic, but you know what? Oh, Astros got one. Okay, Astros won. 1-0. Okay, so now I'm happy. I'm happy. So we thank you for this great band. They are part of this organization. Without them, we may not be able to build this school. And I'm very, very thank you. My gratitude to you guys, man. I don't know how to thank you, but I want you to know that you are the reason why these children have this state-of-the-art school. But you can count on us, me, my wife, my members. When you donate to us, it goes to the right place. And I'm not going to stand here and brag. I have a small business. I work in the real estate industry. I can take care of myself. But what about those who can take care of themselves? And that's why we are doing this. So I want to thank you. The raffle is going to come around 9 o'clock. I know around 9:30. I know you are waiting for that. We're not taking nothing home. Stick around. I'm going to play some song, and I want you to come and dance with me. I want to call Hank and his wife to come and dance with me. I want everybody to join in. Okay? But above all, let's all get together, give a big hand for Joy of the Djembe drums. Thank you so much.
And we love to go ahead and give you a generous donation. Hey, yes, the check is already made out. You cannot refuse it. This is for a worthy cause, and we enjoy doing this. And we want to see that school completed.
Wait a minute. You got it all wrong. The school is completed. All we need now is, you know, in Africa, they build some kind of bench. I'm going to show it on the computer so you can see. It's a little bench. The kids sit down on it, and they have a little table in front of them, and 2 kids use one bench. So if we build 200 benches, we got 400 kids using those furniture. So that's what we are doing now, and then we're going to get them a computer and also school supplies that they may need. Those who came late, I don't know if you watched the video, but when we start dancing, I'm going to play the video, and you see where we were from to where we've been. I thank you for coming. You are precious. It doesn't matter. We used to fill this place up, but it doesn't matter. What you're giving, I believe, is going to be enough to build those furnitures. Thank you so much. God bless you.